food though? How's the food over there?
It's fire to be honest, but the selection is very limited. Let's put it
Mm,
like that.
Yeah,
right.
there's not a lot of variety.
Yeah, because I didn't, I
Yeah,
didn't, I
that's it.
didn't, I
Right.
didn't like the food in London though. Is it like that, or it was
No,
better?
no, no, it's better than London, bro. Like
No, it's better than London.
London did not have good food.
Yeah, London was like pretty
No, I
bland,
agree,
man.
bro.
No seasoning, nothing. Or maybe the place that we went, but I don't know. Just I didn't like it at all.
Let's just go. Let's just go there. I know we got a short episode. Who got the best food, man? What country got the
In,
best food then?
in Europe or
In
overall?
general, in general.
Shit, bro. I'll probably say, damn, that's hard, man. When we talking about flavor, bro, it gotta be in Africa for sure. I would say Africa, like it gotta be so in Africa, man.
You got to be specific though. What
It,
country?
it, that's why I say it's so hard to just. I
You want to say Liberia so bad?
don't know. I want to say Liberia, but I don't want to be because I have some fire food from other places, man. I would say just like overall ethnic food is better. Let me just keep it that way.
Facts,
I'll
facts.
say that. Let me just keep it that way. Overall ethnic food is better for sure. But like just overall, like when we travel to Europe, though, France overall had the best food in my opinion, compared to like Netherlands, Italy, and I mean Netherlands, England, and Austria. To me, France had the best food for
Hmm.
sure. Yeah, France were kicking everyone ass. However, the best Ethiopian food that I had was in Austria, which is crazy. It's in Europe, right? But it wasn't. It was like
Hey, come
Hey
on,
man,
man. Stop playing
what's
around.
his
come
name?
on.
I stand
George,
by
huh?
that. I stand by that.
Cafe
Bro,
Lalibela is by far the best
that was
Ethiopian food,
the
like
best injera I ever had. I wanted like
ever,
I
bro.
usually don't
Come.
go for seconds, bro. I wanted seconds and third.
Yeah, bro. That shit is different, bro. That shit is different.
Like I was kind of upset when I look at the plate. It was all gone. Like, God damn, can we get more of these?
and the
But I
and the
He said
tips and the
one more
tips
game.
too.
One more game.
One more game, man. One more game.
so I don't know, man. When it comes to food, I would say yeah, that was the best injera I ever had. And I even told Betty that I was like, yeah, I had some Ethiopian food, but like nothing compared to that. Cause like I feel like I can eat that every day,
Literally,
every single
literally.
day.
Every
We
day,
ate
bro.
like I said, bro.
It's
When we lived in Europe for like 3 months, bro, we ate there probably like seven times, like 7 8 times, bro. Like we went there pretty frequently, you know.
Right.
and I
And
never
the
got.
crazy thing was
I
they
never
got
got
better
old.
every time. Like
Yeah.
it was nuts, bro.
And
Yeah.
it's like healthier for you, man. It's
Right.
yeah, man.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
And man,
I could do it a lot, bro.
yeah.
Like Z found out like out here that you can't kind of do something every day, but I could do that a lot though.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah, bro. Like honestly, if I'm being completely transparent, in Sicily, I enjoyed myself out there, and the food was good, but there's only so much pasta and pizza that a brother can eat, man. I was just like, fam, like, because honestly, like, Italian is like more on the bottom of the totem pole to me. Like, I mean, there's like a couple standouts, like pizza. I love pizza.
Right.
You
But
know,
not
it
every
might be,
day though. Not
it
eating
might
that
be,
every
pizza
day.
actually might be one of my favorite foods, but like,
Right.
I realized fast, I was like, bro, I cannot eat this shit every day. Like, this is
Right.
crazy. And like I said,
Yeah,
there's no variety out there, you know. So, you
Really?
know, nah, bro. Like the
not really, bro. Not really. They like you gonna have on every menu. You gonna have some pizza. You gonna have some pasta.
Pasta.
You gonna have some salad. You gonna have some
seafood.
ensalata. You gonna have some salads,
Yeah,
and probably some seafood and some
probably
seafood.
some
You know what I mean?
seafood.
Depending on where
Yeah,
you at. Yeah, some
Right.
swordfish. Some you know what I mean.
Right.
Some calamari. You know what I mean.
Right.
You gonna have the specifics, but like after a certain while, it's like how many times can you have it before you're ready to like,
Right.
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they all have like kind of a similar menu. So it's
Right.
funny, Z, after you left, I was talking to this dude about that, and I was just like, he was from Musamili, and I was like, man, like I was telling him the same thing. It's only so much pasta and pizza I could have after a certain minute. I was like, did you grow up eating like pasta and pizza like all the time? He was like, if I didn't have pasta or pizza for lunch, I knew it was coming for dinner. I knew it was coming for dinner.
That's crazy,
Uh,
bro. That's
Like they just
crazy.
so they, it's just baked into the system. That's how they.
It's
That's what
just
they
Right.
eat. You know what I mean?
like
Right.
I'm like, fam, there's no variety. Like
Right.
I was like, I would have killed for like a Chinese like
Right.
spot, like
Right.
anything, bro. Like a Mexican spot,
Right.
something. Like give me something,
Right.
right? And I mean the you might get burgers,
Right.
like you'll probably get a
Now you gonna get
burger.
some. Yep, you gonna get a
Yeah.
couple burger. You gonna get some
I
burger
mean, how
spots,
are the
and
burgers?
it'd
Are
be
they
good
good?
burgers too.
No, the
Are good?
Yeah,
burgers are
they are
good. The
good, bro.
burgers is good. Yeah.
Right.
It's just what
Because
I
their
realized
quality
too is
their
like,
quality of meat is high. Their
Better
quality of
than
meat
out
is usually
meat.
in
Right.
food is higher.
and what I also realized too is, yeah, I just lost my train of thought. Never mind. All right, well, it'll come back
You
to
know,
me.
also, what I want to say too is like people be sleeping on the U.S. though when it comes to food, but I feel like the
That's a
U.S. is
fact.
so diverse
Yeah,
and we
Yeah,
have we have like everything. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's the
yeah.
hmm
beauty about being here though. It's like yeah, we don't like yeah, our standard quote unquote food is not the best, but overall it's just like we're so diverse, bro. So we have like plethora of food, like different kinds, bro. So
I don't know
We
if
can go head to head.
yeah, I wouldn't say our standard of food is low. Like I would say like our quality of
right,
like our quality of food, like we be making shit fire. It's
right,
just the shit you when you go and try other like food in other places, you realize like their quality of meat and just overall like the
right,
freshness of their ingredients is just better.
Yeah,
right.
Because capitalism, right? Like, we will do anything to like cut corners and to save some bread. Oh, I completely just gained my thought again. It made me realize it because I just thought about it. Bread. In Sicily, man, there's you eat so many carbs, bro. Like it's all carbs, bro.
Cause everything,
Pasta, pizza, cheese, like everything, bro. Like there's
right.
no. I'm like, fam, like I need some. Like you barely get like vegetables and shit. I'm like, bro, can I get something? Like I'm
yeah.
like, fam.
I think Z went to a place and he tried to order some grilled vegetables. They said they out of vegetables. He like
I
out
said
of grilled
that.
vegetables.
I was like, how are y'all out of grilled vegetables,
we
fam?
got
Like.
we. He said, "What do y'all have? Pizza and
We
pasta
got
for sure." You
bellissimo
know what I'm
bread.
saying?
Bellissimo bread.
Come
I
on,
was like,
bellissimo.
bruh, I was dying. I was like, fam, that's one of the things like I realized in living in another country, I'd probably have to really love the food there if I
Right,
were to like live there long
right,
term because
right.
I think the thing that we do get access here in the US is to your point, DG, it's just so diverse and especially in a place like New York, bro.
Oh my
Like
God,
you
yeah, that's
can
what
you
I'm
can
gonna
get
Oh yeah.
say.
you can get every kind of cuisine that you can
Right,
think of
right,
in New York.
right,
And
right.
so going to a place where there is like literally little to
Bread,
none, no, like variety, you really got to be in love with the food there
right.
in order to like survive. I recognize that we are
Or cook.
spoiled here in the US. Yeah, or cook,
Hmm
but
Yeah.
I don't know if like cooking at home. Well, I mean, I guess you could like
A
it would
chef.
just
You have a chef.
it would force you to be a better cook.
Right,
I
that's
think more than
true.
anything. You'd have to try a lot
Mhm.
more
Right,
recipes, or to your point, hire a chef, hire a cook, something along those lines. But
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
for me, I would say like if I could lay someone else for food, I would say South America because I love the food, right? Because it's similar to like
Ooh.
African food, like Brazil and all that stuff, bro. I be seeing the food because whenever we go to Miami, man, I love the Cuban spot. All those places, I be in there. I can see myself eating there every day.
yeah.
And it's just so much variety of food and stuff and options. So I don't know. I would say South America for sure.
I could see DG living in Miami eventually.
bro,
Come
bro,
on, man.
I could
You
see
like
DG
to
living in Miami.
picture you like when I picture like somebody like in Miami, you kind of like
That's
you are in that. You're in one
DG's
of the
the
pieces I
DG's
think of that.
DG's the one I picture living in my. But I want to manifest that so I can come visit. I'm gonna be like, shit. I'm gonna just pull up and I'm gonna just chill for a week.
nah,
Come on.
you're right, bro. Miami is my favorite city for sure. I know, I love it, man. Just the vibe, the weather. I feel like people in there, like maybe they're superficial as fuck, but most of them,
Yeah,
like the people you see, they're like go getters. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody want to do dope shit.
Hmm
Just being around those people, I feel like just
yeah,
kind of like inspiring. And the food is good, man. The food is
yeah. The
good.
food
Like
the
the
food
weather,
was
the
good in
beach.
Miami.
Cause we were there, bro. Like the food was
Miami got good
amazing.
food.
Yeah, because like you said, it's diverse too. That's the reason why the food's good, right?
Yeah,
Especially like
yeah,
Cuban food, all those places right there next to you, man.
yeah.
So I'll say
And
Miami for
and
sure.
that's one thing I will say about Sicily too is like there isn't a lot of diversity.
Mm,
Um, you know, like.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like you wouldn't expect a lot of diversity, I think, in a place like Sicily, though.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
Um, what I
that's all
will
of
say,
Europe though. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
certain
I
parts.
think it depends on where in Europe you are, but
Unless
like
you want to
to
go to
your point,
London.
like yeah, I think majority of like outside of the hubs like that I think of Europe, like a lot of
Right.
those
Yeah.
places probably are like they probably do just like diversity to a degree because
Right.
it's probably just like their um it's just like the people who are from there that are typically
Right.
like there, right? So that
Well, it's
makes
probably
sense.
like almost like anywhere though. Think about it, right? Like Rwanda's not diverse; it's just
Right.
black.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, if
Facts.
I think about China, China's probably not super diverse. You know what I mean? I never been, but you see what I'm saying? though. So it's probably just not diverse.
Yeah.
It just is what, for the most part, what it
Yeah.
is. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just
Yeah.
like,
Right.
is Liberia diverse? Though?
Nah, not at all.
Hell
Not at
no.
all.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just it's like our shit. My color, your color, Z. That's it. That's what you see.
Yeah, that's the shade. The
It's
shade.
shade.
There's a couple different shades, but they're gonna
Diversity
be
in
black.
shades. That's about it. But I don't know.
Yeah,
China's not diverse, but the food. I think the food is good there because like all over here, just like Chinese places, like they be having like fire ass food.
yeah.
Well, what I've heard too though is like food in China is not what we think like Chinese food is though.
No
Like
way. What?
American style Chinese food is not like the traditional like I think it depends on what part
Hold
of
up,
China you're
man.
into.
Hold
Hold up.
on.
What they eating out there, then, man?
Nah, because I think we've been I don't want to necessarily our our perspective because I mean even think about it like Mexican food like right like I, depending on what part of the US you're in Mexican food is going to look a lot different like if you're in Texas you're going to get Tex-Mex and like you might think that's what Mexican food is right but it's
Right.
Mm,
not like like if you grew up in Colorado like ourselves like I love green chili bro like green chili
no.
is not a thing in like
Right.
it does not exist in other places so I really think it depends on where you grow up and to that same point, like because my homie Sean out here, who's a chef, he actually has a homie who's also a chef, and he lived in China for I want to say like 2 to 4 years,
Right.
and he popped around a couple different parts, and depending on where in China you are, you're going to get different styles of food. But like what we think Chinese food to be here in the U.S. is it's similar, right?
Right.
But like there are differences.
I mean,
So.
are they better back there or not good? You know what I'm saying? Or like,
I haven't been to China, so I couldn't tell you. So
I mean, no, based on your homeboy, what he was saying, like the
no, he
food,
said it
like
was better. No, he said
okay,
it was better for sure.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, because I like gotta be better. Like, of
Yeah,
course, man. Like, you got the
Well, most
original noodles and
people
all
eat in
that.
different places. Most people eat in different places. Even like better or worse is like taste is one thing, but like better for you. A lot of places
yeah,
outside of the U.S. is better for
yeah,
you, but the U.S. does. I mean, like U.S. can go head to head with anybody because
Right.
of diversity,
That
right?
is
Like if you
yeah,
just
true.
put us all, because if you put us all in there, we got New York, we got Miami, we got New Orleans, we
yeah,
got you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
we got
The
Cali,
Facts.
we
South,
got
you talk about the
Chicago,
Oh
fried
yeah,
food and
Chicago.
yeah.
shit.
Oh my gosh.
Like we can go head to head. You know what I'm saying with
Yeah.
anybody. You
You
know
know
what I mean?
what's
So
crazy? I honestly think I've had better pizza in the U.S. than in Sicily. Like
Really?
than we were in Italy. Yeah, I think like when I think of like probably like one of my favorite slices of pizza that I've had. It definitely was not in Sicily, for sure.
mm,
Oh,
For sure. Like
mm.
there's this spot in New York, and I'm a plug them. La Industry. If you ever come to New York, La Industry is fucking
okay.
sensational. Um, it's fire. It's fire. But that's the one that like I guess like immediately comes to mind. There's a few pizza spots out here, obviously. Like New York is known for its pizza,
Right.
right?
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
New York, it's New York style pizza,
Right. Right.
um, but honestly, like, yeah, I would say like when we were in Sicily, it's not that I was disappointed because the food was good, but I expected like that slice of
Right.
pizza that was like gonna change my life. And maybe it was
It's a
just like
different
my
it's a
expectations were
different
too
style of
high.
pizza
Yeah,
too. But it's a
Really?
different style of pizza too.
yeah.
That's a
That's
different
Right. Maybe
when
it's
you realize it's like you're not gonna get like a New York slice or a deep dish. It's like I don't even know how to really explain it. You know what I mean, Nosy? It's like a
yeah,
different style of pizza.
yeah,
Like you know what I mean? It's like they do them similar at different places out here, but you're not gonna really get super thin crust or deep dish. It's like there's a specific
yeah,
style of pizza.
yeah,
And I remember I had a homegirl. I don't know if you remember her, Z. Her name was Tajay, but she said
Yeah,
she realized that she doesn't really like authentic Mexican food, but she likes how her dad used to make it with like the ground beef and the
yeah,
seasons that he used and
Right,
stuff like
yeah,
that. She liked it in that version. And I think that's kind of what happens too. Is like we taste certain things a
right,
certain way, and
yeah,
we
right,
like that like better than the authentic
right.
sometimes. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Facts,
yeah,
facts.
That's true though,
yeah.
because like yeah, over you saw your taste bud is just like used to a certain way how things should taste, and
Yeah,
once you try it, like what the fuck is this?
You like hold up, man. Where the
yeah.
green chili at?
Yeah. Because I mean,
You
even to
know?
that point, like, I mean, I love pizza. Like, I'm a pizza connoisseur.
Right.
I love all different types, like the different styles, the different crusts, like, everything. Like, whether I like mine a little bit crispier, I
Right.
think that's the reason why I like New York style pizza a little bit more. But like, even like deep dish pizza or like Chicago style pizza, like, the thing is, it's just regardless of like what style of pizza you eat. Like when you have a good, really,
That's true
really
though. I
fucking good
agree.
slice
Yeah.
of pizza,
Fact,
right?
Right.
fact,
I mean,
fact. That's fact.
from like the cheesiness to like the sauce
Right.
to like the ingredients, like the crust, like when you have a fire ass slice of
No,
pizza,
that's true.
regardless of what style it is. And I felt like I just didn't get that in Sicily. I felt
Right.
like I never had
Yeah.
that bite where I was just like, this is sensational,
Yeah. This
right?
is this shit is fire. Right.
Yeah.
Because I be seeing Z post like sometimes he like, ooh, we like camera angle in the food and all that. He like, ooh. I didn't get.
bro, bro, try this.
However,
uh,
the gelato or whatever it's called, the
Oh,
ice
the
cream
gelato,
thing,
bro.
whatever that is,
the
gelato.
The
gelato was banging
gelato,
though.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
shit was. Now you want to talk
Because he
about something that was
he was talking
sensational.
about it on his story. I know that it was fire because he.
bro.
That
It was like that.
specifically
It was like
that
that.
that that pistachiosa, not just pistachio, the pistachiosa. What? Oh my
Boy,
God.
there you go.
That
That to
shit
me, I like
that shit
Diamond.
was
I'm not
fire,
no
bro.
lie. Like he's not lying. I think I said when we was having it, I was like, this immediately jumped in because this you got recency bias,
Right.
right? But it immediately jumped in my top five.
Wow.
Immediately, like right when I tasted it, I was like, this shit is fire. And we didn't have a lot of ice cream in our
Right.
life. I was like, nah, this,
That
this,
shit was special.
Top five.
it jumped right in there for me, brother.
That's what I'm saying. Because when I saw Z, when I watched his story, like what he was talking about, I was like, like, damn, I'm missing out right now. When he had it, like, ooh, yeah.
It was like that, bro.
Right.
It was
It
like
was
that,
like that,
bro.
So
man.
It was like
the dessert
that.
was fire then.
I
Yeah,
would say the
I mean,
gelato was. I mean, we didn't really have a lot of desserts. Now that I think
we
about
didn't
it,
do a lot
like
of that.
it was really just gelato. We didn't. I don't even think we had any cake or any like. I don't know if we had
I think
anything sweet outside of gelato.
Right.
Now that I think about it.
James got the granita. That's kind of like
Mm.
the fruit version of, it's like the
Oh
non-dairy
yeah, yeah.
version of like gelato. Yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah,
was
yeah,
also
yeah, yeah. That
fire.
was fire.
That shit
Right.
was
That was
fire
fire.
too. But yeah, as far as like any like desserts, like sweets, like what we would
Right.
traditionally think about, I don't
Right.
think we had that.
I
I
mean,
think,
Arizona.
yeah, I need to explore that a little bit more here in a second. But it's the crazy thing is what happens, DG, is like some of the meals are so carb heavy, you don't really want to do a dessert. Like, you know
Right.
what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
facts,
You know what
facts,
That's
I'm
true though,
saying?
because bread,
facts.
pasta,
I just ate
pizza.
5 pounds of pasta, bruh, and some bread to wash it down with. You know what I mean?
That part,
I'm
that
not
part.
looking at the tiramisu.
No, he said
You know what I'm saying?
5 pounds of bread to wash it down. That's hilarious. But the funny thing too, though, they eat a lot of carb, but they are in a great. They are in great shape compared to the
Yeah.
U.S. though.
But
Which is crazy.
one thing I will say, like I think naturally, like people were just like more fit. But I will say, like you didn't see a lot of like ripped people though.
Mm,
Like I think people were more so just like regular, like
right.
they're like
Gotcha.
and I think a big piece of it is obviously they walk a
Right.
lot, right? So I think like
Right. That's what I was gonna
naturally,
say. Right.
like they had like walkers bodies, like if you
Right.
envision like what like I almost want to say like a runner's body,
Right.
runners have like a very like distinguished like look, I guess you could say. Like,
Right.
and so
Mm,
you didn't see like a lot of people, like I didn't see a lot of people who were like
Like
super in shape or anything
fit.
like that,
Right.
yeah.
like
Right.
super fit, where it was just like, damn, like,
Right.
I need
I
to
mean, all
go
Yeah.
do a
that
couple
carb and
pull-ups right
pasta and
now, right?
bread.
So
Fact. Nah, that's actually a good point.
Yeah.
I seen a couple now because that I've been to the gym, but for the most part, that's just not a regular physique out. It's just not
Right.
yeah,
like it
it
almost
definitely
like
was
to be
not.
honest, like it's not regular to be huge, like just big, and it's not regular to be like ripped either.
So
It's
just
just
Yeah.
like the
in
regular
media, right?
right in the middle. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
After 5 pounds of
Yeah,
pasta and bread, I mean,
Yeah,
every
bro. Yeah, bro.
bro.
But
But I will. I'm gonna
I
add to
will
that. I'm gonna add
say,
to that, DG. And if somebody else had told me, and I felt the same way, you do get a lot of like the type of carbs and stuff like that, but like since their ingredients are like fresher and stuff like that, I didn't feel like sluggish after
right.
eating
okay,
some like some
Okay.
of those big
agreed.
meals. It would be like pasta and like I'd had the fish and we'd be trading, trying different people's stuff, and I still feel good after.
Yeah,
Like
Right.
not
That's
like
true.
like a drowsy, like man, I'm
Right.
about to faint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
yeah,
it's like a cool,
yeah,
still like a good. You know what I mean? Like I'm in
yeah,
a good space after that. Like after a huge meal
yeah.
sometimes. You know, so.
Yeah, I
That's something
agree.
to
I
know.
would say I did not get the itis while I was out
Right.
there.
Yeah,
Right? Like
bro.
I did not, and especially because typically after you eat, like you do walk. Like we found
Right.
ourselves like just walking a lot after, like naturally after like
Right.
you
Right.
eat, which like does help with digestion. But like even in that like first 30 minutes, like after you eat, you're still sitting down, still conversating and all that stuff. Even during that time, like I didn't experience to Peace Point any sluggishness or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like I still felt, regardless of how much we ate, and don't get me wrong, I ate a lot, at times, but I didn't feel like overly
Right.
just
Just like the cold,
like
like the
I felt
itis.
I didn't feel like I overate, because
Right. After
that itis be
Thanksgiving.
real.
Right.
That boy, man, that after Thanksgiving meal,
Yeah.
that itis be real.
Man,
That
I'm ready to sleep till Christmas, boy.
I know
You know
getting
what I
cold,
mean?
but one thing I noticed though, just by you guys posting too, I feel like the people like more like an interdependent culture. Everyone like group together, like hang out with each other, like
yeah,
more. You see that a lot, like a community kind of vibe.
yeah,
Hmm.
Especially in Sicily. That's what I'm seeing when you post like just people all together, like it's
yeah,
more, which I
yeah.
kind of like.
And that's the thing I think we realize about as you travel more and you start to explore more cultures and whatnot. I think a lot of places just value community and culture a lot
Right,
more than the US does. Like I think the US is just, we are very capitalistic in a lot of our ways. So naturally we're taught to be selfish.
right,
We're taught to like community, like that sense of togetherness really isn't a thing here. And when you
right,
see it in other places, it's just like, damn, we do
right,
have a lot here in the US and we have access to a lot, and I don't take any of it for granted, but we don't have it all figured out, right?
right.
And I don't know if there's nowhere to be right where it's perfect anywhere, but you definitely realize just the beauties, of other cultures and your own, I think as you travel and
Yeah,
explore.
I'd be like, did this motherfucker work? Because they feel like they just party all day. I'm like, did it even work?
Hey, I'm glad that you said that you brought that up, BG, because I got to shout out Sicily for that, man. Is they like, especially the town I'm in now, it's called Musamelli, and it's such like a small town vibe. Like
Right,
people know each other, and like, but
right,
it's like love for each other, right? It's like, you know what I mean? That they cousins, and just they treat people like family. Even when they've been kind of like embracing me a little bit now. You know what I mean? They call me a morte out here. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's such a small, like the small town vibe, but just to put it in perspective, the only time they really hunk out here in the cars is if they're trying to say, "Hey." It's not like to
right,
get out the way. It's like
right.
I remember the first time I was like people was hunking at me, I was looking and they ciao,
Right,
ciao.
right.
You know what I
Ciao,
mean?
ciao,
you
ciao.
know, so just shout out to Sicily and in that respect, man. I gotta say it's like there's something kind of just magical about the energy there here where they just, they care about people. And that's like
Right,
a lot of places, like you
Mhm.
said, Z, like Rwanda, they care about people.
right,
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And,
right.
you know, and last thing I got to shout out, I know you got to cut DG, but they have this thing called siesta.
The,
So
the
like,
yep.
partying,
between 1 and 4, they just shutting down the
that's
city, man. Out and it'd
dope,
be a
bro.
ghost town and it'd be a real ghost town. And they really just shut down the city. And if you was walking around, everybody's gone, everything's shut down.
Hmm.
And I asked because I was so confused, like, what are people doing between 1 and 4? So I asked a couple of people, and they was like, what they do is they get a nap in, they go have lunch, spend time with their families. They got like 3 hours off. Guess
That's
it's been
dope.
like something that they do if they've been doing it for centuries.
Right.
And they was like, if you if you want to have some, somebody said if you want to have Mr. Nasty time, right in the middle of the day, right in the middle of the day, baby. You know, I got 3 hours to figure this thing out. You know what I'm saying?
I said that's
You can play with
yeah,
your kids and make them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Right in
yeah,
the middle of the day.
yeah.
so
Yeah. Like the crazy thing
Yeah,
is
so
like I feel like because we looked it up too. In Sicily, they have this like what is considered full-time hours is the same as US. It's 40
oh
hours.
wow.
And that kind of blew my mind, right? Because like in a lot of other parts of like Europe and whatnot, like full-time is like typically like anything over like 28 hours,
Right,
32 hours, depending on where you are. Um, but you feel like that the burden that a lot of Americans carry, you know, like that of just like all we do is work, that
right,
doesn't exist
right,
in other places, especially in like Sicily, right? You know, like you didn't see people who were like super stressed and like, you know, just like that didn't feel like a thing. Like even
right,
though people may be working
right,
40 hours, you know,
right,
they're working different shifts and whatnot and didn't seem uh yeah, I think stressed or burdened by any means. Like it's just like you feel like the quality of life is just better.
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
That's man,
Agreed,
that's
man.
dope. Yeah, next hopefully, man, I gotta visit Italy though. It's on the place, one of my places to visit for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you know, you don't have a spot to stay if I can finally get this
yeah.
thing closed, man.
Hey
So,
man,
Yeah.
you
best
know,
of luck, bro.
for sure.
You got this, man. Like what
It's
is
Yeah.
coming.
like what it's coming together, like you said.
It's coming together. Hopefully, we're looking at like a July 1st closing date. So
Okay.
hopefully,
Hmm.
Are you gonna be there? Are you gonna be there
hopefully,
till July 1st?
yeah, I'm gonna be here to July 4th is what I'm planning to leave.
Or
So
1st of July? No, no.
yeah, so
Okay.
that's been cool too, just to kind of just be working out here. Z got to experience before I did, but it is cool just to be working from. You know, when you work remote, you could be doing it anywhere, and it's kind of
Right,
like,
right,
you know,
right.
my schedule's different, but I'm out here. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you're making it
Shaking and
work,
moving
bro.
on the streets of Sicily.
Yeah. As long as you got Wi-Fi, man, you can be anywhere. You can work from
Right.
Come on,
anywhere.
man.
That's
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
That's
Come
it.
on, man. But we're not
Uh,
gonna hold you, DG. I know you got to get out of here, man. So we're gonna start doing this Sunday. If anybody's watching, you know what I'm saying. We'll be doing these Sundays for the next couple of weeks.
right,
Yep.
Just because the time difference, like it's 10 p.m. right
right,
over here right now. So
right,
Yeah.
time difference is wild. So we're
right.
gonna we're gonna we're gonna figure it out though.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, Buzz. Y'all be safe out there, bro. Be safe out there, Ramon.
Yep.
Have
For
fun,
sure,
bro.
brother.
All right, y'all.
Z. Talk to y'all
What's
later. See
All
you
right,
happening?
y'all
guys in
be
a
easy,
couple of
man.
weeks, right, Z?
You said
Still
what?
gonna be here in
Yeah.
a couple of weeks, right?
I'll be out. I get into Denver on the 19th.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, Buzz. All right, bro.
All
Talk
right,
to y'all
y'all.
later.
Yep.
Right.
All right, y'all.